Hey guys, it's Hugh StarCraft here, bringing you another StarCraft 2 replay. This one we found on GameReplays.org, and it is supposed to be a very nice free-for-all match here. So, three not too well-known players by my standards. I could be wrong. If you guys really know these guys, then I mean, I'm sorry, I don't really know them. It is between Wingnut here, the red Terran. Wow, blanked there a little bit. FlashDave. Oh, FlashDave over here is the green Zerg, and we have Darkmaster, the blue Protoss. And if you guys haven't noticed, it's all three races here, so it's pretty cool. I think this is Delta Quadrant, if I'm not mistaken. Before I get too far into this, I'll let NS say a couple words. I don't want to miss something really important.
Hey guys, how's it going? We do have a bit of amusing little dialogue going on here if you've read it, the players poking some fun at each other. But yeah, like you mentioned, we do get this off-game replays. It is a free-for-all with one player of each race, so hopefully that'll make it a very interesting, dynamic match. And when we saw it, we just decided that it would probably be a lot of fun to cast. And people on the website seem to like it, so hopefully it will be fun. And we will let this game get underway.
Yeah, so obviously no cheese going down at the beginning of this game. We do have pretty standard play. We do have a refinery going down for, well, I flipped way too fast there. That was kind of weird. Anyway, we do have a refinery going down for Wingnut, and also an assimilator going down for our Darkmaster. So we're probably going to see Marauders and Stalkers and things like that. And our Zerg player seems to be getting that early expansion inside his base, but he's actually not destroying those rocks. So either he's just going to be using this for larva, or he's going to kind of not optimally mine. I'd assume he's just going to use this for larva. I'm kind of surprised he's putting, I don't know, I guess he doesn't want that to get scouted, as we do have the scouts going around now. So this Overlord does see what's going on, and there goes that Cybernetics core. So we are going to see a pretty standard play from here. We actually, have a pretty early bunker here from our Terran player, so he definitely is going to try and protect himself from early play. We do have that spawning pool going down now. So kind of just a lot of stuff going on. Actually, actually, I lied. I thought that SCV was going to go down and see that hatchery, but he is not going to.
And so something I do want to mention is that this is kind of an awkward map for Zerg, because as Zerg, you generally, most of the time, want to try to get a fast expansion. And on this map, you really have two options for your fast expansion. You have this base on the low ground right below your main base out in the open, or you have this one in the back here, which is where FlashDave decided to go. If you get the one out in the open here, it just has so many directions that it can be attacked from, which makes it really hard to defend. But on the other hand, this base in the back, especially when you're going against the Terran, they can just take so much advantage of this high ground. They can bring Reapers in, they can get tanks up there, they can use that to reap all sorts of havoc on your base. So it's really an awkward position for Zerg, trying to decide what they want to do with that.
Yeah, so he is popping out two Zerglings from that low. He's going to start taking out those rocks. I would assume he's going to put down another hatchery there and just going to start using that. So those Zerglings are going to now start working it down. We do have a factory done, and we're going to see if he throws an add-on on that, or what he's going to do exactly. I think he's going to switch it with the reactor any moment now, once that reactor is finished. Kind of forgetting a little bit about Darkmaster here. He is throwing up that Stargate, so we are going to see some Stargate play. No expansions from any other player yet, so right now just the Zerg is here, really starting to work on these rocks, and we should see another expansion going down for him, or he's just gonna kind of,
yeah, he does actually have another hatchery going down at that expansion out in the open right there. So he's deciding to get both of those. And still not sure what he's going to be using this hatchery for. If he's gonna, he does have one drone mining there, so we'll see if he starts trying to put more guys down there, if he just uses this for the larva. I think if he was just going to use it for the larva, he would put it up in his main base, so there's less rush distance to get his units out on the map.
Yeah, I don't know exactly if he didn't want to get it scouted or something like that, but definitely you are completely correct. If he was just going to use that for the larva, just put it on the higher ground. But I'd probably just try not to get that scouted, I would assume. He does have two Stargates out now, and we are going to see some Phoenixes coming out of these. So kind of the gist of free-for-alls are you just kind of mass up, and whoever attacks who first, both those players are going to die to the one that doesn't get attacked, especially in a 3-player free-for-all where it's not really even. One person is gonna have the advantage of not being attacked or attacking.
Yeah, so we do have some Zerglings moving into Wingnut space, and at the same time some Hellions moving out into FlashDave's base. Those Zerglings did get driven back, and now the Hellions are going to see this expansion. They're going to start shooting away at these drones, and I think they sniped one there. We'll see. Getting another one. One of them actually, both of them going to start morphing to spawn crawlers, and he was able to snipe a few Zerglings there. Now he's going to move up into the main. That queen and that spawn crawler are there. They are going to help defend against that. And he did see the creep on the low ground, so if he's paying attention, he'll know that there's probably something down there, or else there wouldn't be a reason for the creep to be spreading from there. And these Hellions are taking a lot of damage. He does lose one to the queen, another one to the spawn crawler, and the last one's going down too. So I don't know, if we look at the units lost tab, FlashDave lost about 400 resources there, whereas Wingnut lost 300, although I don't know how many of those were in drone kills.
Yeah, I just want to point out there is a Banshee. It just was taken out by these 4 Phoenixes. That Overlord is just kind of chilling inside the base. He knows exactly what's going on. We do see those Banshees. We do not see Cloak for them yet, so just still pumping out those. We do have 4 Phoenixes out on the map. If we look at the units right now, we just have Marauders, a couple Hellions, and just a handful of Marines. So these Phoenixes inside the base are going to be extremely effective, as there's only 3 Marines to deal with them, and just picking those up
yeah, I'd actually like to see them start trying to get the SCVs that are working on the buildings here. That could definitely put a dent in Wingnut's plan to build up his army. So if they started trying to grab the guys on those barracks, that might be beneficial to him, although the Marines are in there to deal with that a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely would like to see him pick those up, especially with not extremely proficient players. They do have a hard time selecting those just because they're kind of inside the building and stuff. I know I do. But, I mean, he really didn't lose too many. He did lose a lot of mining time, as well as going back to that Hellion harassment, as it didn't do a ton of damage. Wow, that is a ton of larva. Anyway, it didn't do a ton of damage, but it shut down his mining for quite a long time. So I was just... That, I think, in itself paid off, and he did get that scouting. He did see the creep, whether or not he noticed it. So more Phoenixes coming in here.
He's going to start shooting the Overlords here, actually. Going to get a couple free kills there. 2 already going down. 3rd looks like it's probably going to go down before this Queen can get here. And he could even lift up the Queen, which is exactly what he's doing. So he is going to snipe the Queen. Thankfully for FlashDave, there is a Spore Crawler here now, and those Phoenixes are going to be unable to shoot back at it because it is a building and they cannot lift it up. But actually, if it was unburrowed, could the Phoenixes lift it up? Do you know?
I know you can in certain... you can in, like, the campaign. I've definitely seen it done in the campaign. I'm not sure exactly if you can, but I'd just like to point out that FlashDave here is completely supply blocked. He is way behind in supply.
Yeah, he lost a lot of Overlords there.
Ooh, and actually, it's going to take a while for this thing to burrow. Another Overlord is going to be picked off. These ones, I'm surprised, aren't using their energy exactly. But really, a ton of minerals had to be used there.
There is actually a huge army in Darkmaster's base, though, which we completely missed because we were so focused on the Phoenixes. But yeah, there's a sizable force here, unpowering a lot of buildings, getting in here, sniping some probes. And Darkmaster has a little bit of an army here, but Stalkers versus Marauders is just not a fair contest, although he is bringing these Phoenixes in to try to get some shots. But I don't think he's going to have quite enough to deal with this attack. Trying to work on a few more units here.
Ooh, it's really going to be... Actually, I mean, he did lose a lot of units there. I'm really surprised. He is getting that Void Ray out, and there's really not a ton to deal with that. If he can just focus down those Marines, he should be in a good position. Those Marines can do a ton once stimmed. It's going to be really close whether or not they can pick this off, and they do actually manage to pick it off. So a lot of damage is going to start going down here inside the base.
Yeah, if they can get that pylon, I think all his production units except this Stargate are unpowered now. So unless FlashDave decides to help Darkmaster out a little bit to keep this game more interesting, I do think Darkmaster could go down here.
Yeah, he's going to get out this